in Grand Teton National Park. Our partners at CNN were not told the gender or if it was Gabby Petito. Here's what I can tell you that KSL saw while flying out a chopper. Okay, so this is a third outlet. This is a third outlet saying that a body has been found. 3 different outlets now reporting a body has been found. But I am still saying reportedly because this has not been officially confirmed by authorities. But we have 3 different outlets now. Fox and 2 Utah TV stations are all reporting a body has been found where the search for Gabby Petito was underway. Oh, also, Coyote Jam sent me this. Here's another outlet. Brian Enton is saying it too. The Teton County, Wyoming coroner just confirmed to be a body has been found in Teton National Park. He says they do not know the identity or the gender yet, says it is in a very remote area. So again, widely reported, being reported by multiple outlets that a body has been found. Again, waiting to hear for some official, we have, it looks like it's true. I can't imagine all of these people heard from the coroner and it's not true. But again, it has not been officially announced yet. CNN is now reporting it. CNN is saying body found now too. So CNN is reporting it as well. Fox News just posted this. Coroner tells Fox News Digital body found where Gabby Petito search is underway. I think I'm going to change the head. Well, I'm thinking of changing the headline to just body found because so many outlets have talked to the coroner now.
Hey, everyone.
So I'm comfortable changing the headline to body found. I'm going to change it to that because so many outlets are reporting it and so many outlets are saying they talked to different, so many outlets are saying they've talked to the coroner. So I'm going to, I'll leave the headline there for now, but it seems like it's true. I mean, we don't have an official announcement yet, but multiple outlets have talked to the coroner who has said a body has been found in that area. Okay, look at this. Morgan Wolf says from the KSL 5 TV Chopper 5, we saw a group of investigators in the Spread Creek area that all started pointing towards something. Then a large group of them walked back to the road as we saw another investigator walked over with awning they set up. Let me see if I can find, I think KSL a little while ago had posted something about like a shot, an overhead shot from the helicopter. Let me see if I can find that for you. Yes, see this? This is what I was looking at before. Garna Mejia had posted this 40 minutes ago, and she said possible evidence was found near the search area. KSL Chopper captured these images.
So, of course, we all know what's going on. We think that this may be the end of the search for Gabby. It's really sad. Last night, I was watching trail cams and such, and they had helicopters going over the rivers over and over and over again. And Melissa Y and I were talking, and I was like, I want to show this, but I don't want to be that insensitive person that shows these things while they're still searching for her, thinking that she may be alive. And boy, that didn't last long. That didn't last long at all. I will show the FBI conference when it starts. Let's go ahead and find it and compose ourselves and watch a little bit of this. I'm going to start looking for it now. If you guys know where it is, my email is amandasvida@gmail.com or Amanda's, and my last name Vida on Facebook, but I will be looking for it actively right now. Can you guys, is everybody okay? honestly.
We saw investigators with blue gloves on walk over to start taking pictures of this area about 200 yards from the road. Okay, that's from Morgan Wolf. She's describing what they saw on the chopper earlier today. Okay, so we are bringing you the latest updates here. Again, multiple outlets saying body found in the search area where Gabby Petito has been there's in the area where authorities have been searching for Gabby Petito. CNN, Fox, numerous other outlets are reporting this, and you hear Brian Enton says the Teton County, Wyoming coroner just confirmed to me a body has been found in Teton National Park. He says they do not know the identity or the gender yet, says that it is in a very remote area. Now, we don't know who the body is yet, to be clear. We don't know who the body is. Also, FBI in just 35 minutes, the FBI will be making some sort of announcement. So we will have this for you. In 35 minutes, there will be an announcement from the FBI. So we are bringing you live breaking news coverage. If you're hearing more, give me a shout at Lookner on Twitter. The FBI says that they will be providing an update into the investigation into Gabby Petito's disappearance. This announcement that they were going to do this tweet that they were going to do this announcement came out right after the news broke that a body had been found. So I have to imagine that this is going to be related to the body here, this announcement. Of course, I do not know what they're going to say. So that would be in 34 minutes. 34 minutes. Let's see here. If you're hearing, again, you can give me a shout on Twitter at Lookner on Twitter. Oh, here's a different thing. Forget. So again, Gabby Petito, 22 years old, has been missing since late August. She went on a road trip for several months with her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. Brian Laundrie ended up driving the van. They were taking a van. She hasn't been heard from since around August 25th. On September 1st, Brian Laundrie showed up with this van back home in Florida without Gabby Petito. He has never spoken to authorities, refused to speak to authorities about what happened. Until Friday, his parents have refused to speak to authorities. And his parents finally talked to authorities on Friday, but only to tell authorities that Brian was missing. That's authorities say that's all they talked about, is that Brian was missing. They wouldn't tell the parents would not tell authorities anything that Brian might have said to them about Gabby. So Brian has been missing reportedly since Tuesday, according to the parents. And something else to keep in mind is, I saw this report today from Kristen Thorne, who's with WABC. She says the Laundrie family attorney says Brian Laundrie's parents picked up their son's car from a reserve, like a nature area, on Thursday morning. He left Tuesday. The parents said they haven't seen him since Tuesday. The family searched for him on Wednesday, and then they called police for Friday. So the family claims that Brian, the boyfriend, has been Brian's family. Remember, Gabby and Brian lived with Brian's parents. Brian's family claims that Brian has now been missing since Tuesday, and authorities have been searching for Brian in Florida, and they've been searching for Gabby in Wyoming. So we are bringing you the latest updates. Again, only half an hour till we hear from the FBI. FBI will be making an announcement in a half an hour. NBC New York, same thing. Teton County coroner told NBC News Sunday evening they have found a body in the Bridger Teton National Forest, but no identity has yet been released. So multiple outlets reporting that they've talked to the coroner, and the coroner says they found a body. Give me a shout. Let me know what you're hearing. @Lookner on Twitter is where you can reach me. Let me do something really quick.
Hey, Crazy. Can you hear me? I think everything froze up when you called in. Hello? Can you guys hear Crazy? I can't hear her. Hold on a second. Let me figure it out. All right, I'll just talk to you guys while we figure it out. Crazy, I can't get you to sound up. Let me drop you and then pull you back on. Okay. Can you guys hear me at least? Because I don't see my bauble moving. Okay, I see it moving now. Oh, this is so stressful. Thank you, Dr. Debo Cherry. I appreciate that. And if I've missed any comments or any super chats, I'm really sorry. I'm sure you guys all feel the same way we do right now. I got on my phone real quick and I was getting a whole bunch of messages from the news stations, and then I got a message from Crazy and then Melissa, and now I just feel sick. Let me see what Crazy's saying real fast. She's not messaging me back. Yeah, I don't hear her either, and I don't see her little bauble moving, so she may not be talking yet. She needs a moment. She needs a moment, I think. Right now, when he said that you could see a body, honestly, my stomach churned. As her dad would say right now, like, Gabby is America's sweetheart. Right now, it, we're all thinking about her. We all want her to be found and be okay, and for her body to have been found. And they're saying it's in the area where the van lifers, where they where they saw the van. That's where they found her. Apparently, I'm not. I'm sorry, not where they found her. That's where this is going on. Apparently, I don't even want to misspeak right now. Okay, here's crazy. It's okay. Let's see.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yay.
Oh my god.
Echoing though?
Actually, no. You sound fine. What do you guys think?
Let me put chat back on. I couldn't do it alone. I was like, I got a message from Ash and she was like, they found a body. And I was like, oh, that's fake news. That's from yesterday. And she's like, no, today in Wyoming. And I was like, oh shit. And I was in the process of editing. And then I went and I just started crying. And I'm like, oh my God, bawling my eyes out. I was shaking. I was like, I got to go live with this. And I normally never go live off the cuff. I'm so like, everything needs to be perfect for me when I go live. So I went live. I was shaking. I was like, I didn't know what to do. And then I'm live and I have all these people and I'm like crying in the beginning. And then I'm like, I can't do this. And then I seen you were live. I'm like, you know what? Let's go to Amanda. I can't do this by myself. And I hope I didn't let anybody down, you guys. I normally have my shit together, but I'm like, this is hard. This is really hard.
I really can't believe this is going on. When I saw it, it gave me that impression of like when you look at your hand and it's almost like you have six fingers. Like I didn't understand what I didn't realize what I was reading. And now that it's all so real, I wish it, I hate to say this, but I wish it was Brian.
Do
I
you
really
think, I
do.
mean, people are like, where's Brian? Where's Brian? Like, right now, I don't even care where Brian's at, to be honest with you. Like, that's the last of my, like, in my head right now. I'm just like, I cannot, like, I'm like, literally, like, this is my own child. Like, I am, like, seriously, I was in the process of editing and damn, this sucks. This is
Yeah, we
someone,
will.
just imagine what her family's going through right now. Like if I'm feeling this way, imagine what her mom and dad are feeling right now. So we need to drop some prayers for them because they're gonna need it.
I was going to say we're definitely going to watch the press conference. I will have it pulled up by the time it starts. But of course, I just feel sick, like just so sick. It
And I remember we were talking too because I had told Amanda, "Can you come on panel? I want to go live on Wednesday." And I was telling her to come on panel, and then she's like, "Yeah," but in my heart, I was thinking like, "Damn, they're gonna find her before this. They're gonna find her. They are. They are. So where are they? Where are they saying? Or were they at that? Um, what was that? Spree? What was it? That creek area? Is
snake,
that where they?
snake,
Yeah,
the Snake River. I'm
yeah,
assuming so. I was staring at the camera footage all night last night because they kept looking over the river, with with like the helicopter and the camera and like the like the chopper and their big old light and stuff, and they kept going over the water over and over and over again. And I was like, what? They know something we don't if they're looking for her in the water.
yeah. And they were saying too that they don't know yet. Well, let me go to Twitter because I follow that guy. He's really good. They don't know so far if it's a female. I think they want to probably tell the family first before they say anything to any news media right now, you guys, because I mean, I think the coroner would be able to tell if it's a male or female. I would be able to think they would be able to. So I'm thinking maybe they're just waiting to tell the family. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And you know they're going to be able to identify her for a couple of reasons. Her tattoos, those are going to stick out too. I mean, depending, I don't know.
Let's
Yeah,
just say it is her. We now know why Brian was buying time, right?
I mean, we knew like we knew I mean with this case, to be honest with you, with all the searches that was going on with FBI, I mean so many people coming forward, all the data, like I just knew, I knew she'd be found. I was thinking like
From
this
Long
is not
Island
going to be
vanished during a road trip with her
Sorry.
fiance.
It
Tonight,
just
police are looking for her
started playing on
fiance
its
Brian
own.
Laundrie.
It
but
scared
I,
me.
I just knew they were gonna find her. I knew they were.
Okay, so I'm actually currently pulling up the KSL 5 live, so we'll be watching something else other than this guy, and then hopefully they do the press conference there.
And you know what too? I even logged onto my Twitter, which has my real name and everything on there, and I was like, "Fuck it! If I dox myself, I dox myself." I was like, "I don't even care right now." I was like, "I don't care." Ugh, oh my god, you guys! This is, and I
Coincidentally,
know
my
I'm seeing a lot of people in chat. You guys have been with us from the beginning. I know Amber covers it. I'm not sure who else is here in chat, but damn, this is hard. Oh, insanely look confused. You're gonna make me cry even more. I love you too. This is just
it's
hard. This is hard. I'm emotional. Like I'm emotional with these cases. Like I am. You guys know I am. But I'm not emotional like when it comes to like real life. Like I don't know how to explain it. I'm only emotional with these cases and that's it. People might think I'm like a big little crybaby and I'm really not. We're in this together. That's right, Zen. We're all here together. And that's why I wanted to go live because I thought, shit, if it's her, I want to be on here with you guys because if I'm going to cry, if you guys are going to be crying, I want to cry with you. Like, we're going to be together and we're going to get through it. That's why I went live. And I never go live like that off the cuff ever. But then I broke down, couldn't even handle it.
I'm not even trying to be a jerk, but I'm not even trying to be a jerk, but I just did my makeup and I'm like, these lashes will fall off, bro. Like,
Where are you going?
I got new lashes in the mail.
Oh my God. Oh, are they the magnet ones?
No, I'm sorry, they're from Dollar Tree and they're amazing.
Oh my God. No.
They went viral because they're really nice. I don't want people to get mad at us for talking about this, but yeah, they turned out to be really nice.
Meg, I'm crying with you. I'm crying with all of you guys. And right now we're just waiting. Like, yeah, right now we're waiting. There's been no confirmation it's her, but I mean, it's around the area. They were searching and I'm going to cry again. Oh, God.
Right.
I'm such a fucking crybaby. I have no makeup on, so I don't care. I can cry. Oh my God.
I was really looking at my hands, like if I was seeing like somebody else's hands, like I didn't know what I was looking at when I saw it. It almost, like you said, it almost looked as if it was the same thing from yesterday. And then I was like, is this a joke? And then my second thought was, I'm not going to go live over just because I don't want to do that again. But
no, that's why when Ash sent it to me and she told me, and I was like, no, that's yesterday. Like that was considered fake. And she's like, no, in Wyoming. And I was like, oh, when she said that, I was like, oh shit. And then I went straight to that guy, Brian, that I follow on Twitter. And he was saying that the coroner confirmed, blah, 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 that there was a body and all this stuff. And I was like, oh shit. And I posted on my community and I was like, F this, I'm going live. And I was like crying at first. I was like, oh my God, you guys. Like, oh my gosh. Hey, Derek. They found a body. I'm all taking over your channel. Amanda, go.
What? No, I'm trying to pull up the footage right now, or the thing right now.
They found. I logged myself off of my my Twitter from my phone.
I got so nervous that I dropped the entire stream when I was trying to add you on. I disconnected myself from StreamYard.
I was shaking. I don't know how I did it, but I logged myself up with Twitter on my phone and I was like, dude, I can't even focus. I'm going to Amanda's channel. Everyone go there. They're saying to watch Fox. Oh yeah. Later they're going to have, that's probably where they're going to let us, well, if it's not her, they're going to let us know right away. If we don't get word, you guys, until 6, then that's not a good sign, because if it's not her, they're going to want to squash it right now and say, especially for the family. So they're going to put it out there right away. Like, this is not her, but then that's sad. That's somebody else's body that's there. Oh my God. But there's also other people that are missing, right? Around the area.
There's a man missing.
So, I mean, maybe it could be him. And if it is him, that's still heartbreaking that it's somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what, there's somebody that's someone's family that's going to be broken today. Either way we look at it.
Mel Hawks, can you give me more information on that KSL TV? I can't find it. Is it the website or the YouTube channel?
Yeah,
But
I'm surprised they're not live.
I think I'm just flubbering this up.
Any of these? Can we talk more about these Dollar Tree lashes?
They're kind of amazing.
Oh no, aren't they like? Don't they feel? No, I
I
don't.
found
I
it.
tried them when I was younger, and I didn't like them.
Well,
But
they went viral for being really nice.
yeah, maybe they're nice now. I mean, I don't spend a lot on lashes, you guys. The most I spend will be $8, and that's it.
Well, I mean, I will spend anywhere now, apparently, $1 to $20 on lashes.
You guys just Amanda's pulling it up, you guys. So that's why we're just talking to you guys. I'm trying to just like not think about it because I'm gonna lose my shit and have that like Kim K ugly cry on live.
I think until we watch it, like, should we watch something of Gabby's?
Yeah, put something of her up.
Okay, I found the live.
Okay.
Oh shoot, no, we should play this. Crap.
Oh, my boyfriend, you guys can probably sorry, you can hear the TV's on. He's screaming the whole time.
I was
So,
gonna say that too. My husband's watching football right now because this was not planned.
yeah, this was not planned. Amanda has lashes on. She was going somewhere.
That was going nowhere.
Oh, oh, you just want to look pretty for the house?
I do that sometimes.
Oh my god. Oh, Delana's in the house. Girl,
No,
my heart
Delana.
is
Delana's
and
probably
everybody,
mad.
guys, I know. Thank you guys for being here with us. We both appreciate it so much. We're gonna get through this together. I was just editing, chilling, and then I was like, drop it. I told my household, I'm going live. My boyfriend's like, what? Right now, looking like that?
Oh no.
I have my hair like in a ponytail, my glasses on. I still look cute. Dollar Tree delivery. They don't deliver, do they?
I ordered 45 of them.
Oh my.
So I ordered a bulk of them.
Oh wow. Oh wow. They're putting a tent up.
Yeah. He was saying earlier that somebody was able to spot a picture of a body or like a body, and he was like, I'm not gonna show that. I mean, I totally get it.
Yeah.
Thank you,
totally
Melissa. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you being there with me last night and through all the updates. Every time they would go over the water with the light, I'd be like, Melissa, they went over the water again. Like just freaking out
No lie.
because I didn't.
Sorry. Oh, No Lie says Fox News is showing live right now. Was that what you were watching earlier, Amanda? I have
Fox
a
News is
headache already.
okay. I'll look for Fox.
You guys, I'm about to pour myself some Malibu Straight. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, I need to calm my nerves.
Honestly, I feel more sick than nervous now. Like right now, it's starting to get real. I feel like the past 20 minutes have been unreal.
Yeah.
But I will tell you one thing crazy that I am happy in some sort of weird way because I follow true crime. If there is somebody that gets killed, when they are found, it brings me, it soothes my soul to know that they are at least going to go home, like and be buried with respect, or at least or cremated with respect. But for their family to be able to say their goodbyes, that means a lot to me. And I know that there's no such thing as closure when it comes to stuff like this, but they do need to at least lay her to rest at home so they have somewhere to visit her, so they know that they found her. It's just so ugly, everything that happened, but at least they get this little piece.
Disclosure instead of waiting and wondering where is she, because I think that's hard too. Imagine having your child not knowing, are they suffering, what's going on, and that's like a hard thing to go through. So I totally agree with you on that. At least wait, someone said what? I said something about, oh, hold on, put it back. What did that say?
I have no idea.
Oh, you're just highlighting. Hold on, I want to see what that said.
Honestly, mine's stuck on LFT Decipher. I didn't know it was changing. Is it changing?
NBC New York, where I found where was it?
It's frozen on my end.
No. Oh, the screen, yeah, it's like lagging a little bit. It is. I love
Oh
you
no, I'm saying
13.
when I click on somebody's comment, it's not showing me whose comment I'm clicking on. It's just showing you guys. It's showing me somebody else.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, K Smalls. I have a link real quick at Crazy, or you can tell her to pull up broadcast while we're waiting. Or oh, she has a link she has for you. K Smalls says.
Okay,
Can you guys?
I'm gonna make her mod. All right, I got you. I modded you, Case Malls.
I have a
Yeah,
headache.
I don't want her. I don't want Gabby's case to be one of those that is just forever. That her mom doesn't ever know where she was, and for them to always wonder what happened. This place is so big. There was such a vast area from where we thought he may have gone, and so on and so forth. That I almost felt like it was a needle in a haystack.
Yeah. Well, I kind of, cause like I was looking at all, like today I spent like the morning looking at all the witnesses that have come forward, like the TikTok girl, then that new van, the one that came out today, and I was looking at all of it, and I was looking at the map and everything, and I was thinking where they were looking, I'm thinking she's somewhere around there. I like circled it too. I'm like, she's here somewhere. They're gonna find her because
Case
think about
Malls.
it, where and when.
Okay, Smalls, I made you a mod, so if you want to drop a link, you can, if that's what you were trying to say.
Oh, just doing me. You're gonna make me cry. Thanks. I hope I didn't let anyone down. I just couldn't. I was shaking. I literally was logging myself off on things on my phone. I was like, yeah, I can't. Like normally I can function. My mind is like good to go. Like I know how to like navigate and do everything. But today I was just like, it was too much. And I was like, Amanda's live. I'm going over there. I'm going with Amanda. If I'm with Amanda, I feel better. Like even when I wanted to cover the Gannon case, I asked Amanda if she would do it with me because I was like, I know if she's up here with me, I won't lose my shit. So I just feel like I'm able to be like a little bit more composed. So you guys are seeing a side of me that it's real, right? I'm not gonna fake it. And I'm like freaking already sweaty.
I'm just, I'm petrified right now. Like, I think that's just the best word I could think of. You don't expect to find these things as much as you expect to find these things. It's just, it hurts my soul for everybody involved.
Yeah. Donna, I love you too.
I'm
Yeah,
insanely confused.
oh, this is just hard, you guys. Imagine what the family's feeling right now. I think they're probably gonna wait to tell us until after they tell the family. Well, I mean that's how it should be, right?
They probably already know.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think she has enough identifying marks, and then because of the area and stuff,
Yeah.
or
Broken
she's
Dishes.
just so little.
You've been with us. Broken Dishes has been around from the beginning. We adore you.
I wish I would have done my hair, or else I would have gone on camera.
You need to go on camera more.
I know.
I know. She looks like Mariah Carey. Hey, Carrie.
I do not. It's just a good picture.
Marissa, are you saying that because of the app? I'm just looking at chat, you guys.
Oh, I see what she's saying. She's saying the radio, like the thing, like the Jackson Hole feed.
Mm-hmm.
That
Amanda, is
she,
what you have on the screen, is that live? Yeah, it's live right now, right?
yeah, it's live.
Yeah, it's live right now.
Somebody says they found another YouTube channel that's KLST.
Where did you see that? Let me see. I'm gonna hold on.
Wait, is it live?
I think it's for take it off and then do it again. I think it's frozen.
Oh, somewhere says saw on another YouTube channel that KSLT News confirmed it was Gabby.
Yeah, I seen someone saying that too, but I was trying to find it on my end and I didn't see it. Hold on. Oh no, that's for them. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it off and then bring it back up.
Did I just totally wipe off my own Twitter. Oh my gosh, you guys.
What'd you do?
Oh my god. Why is it showing I'm not following anyone anymore? What did I do? Oh my god. Sorry, I'm having a moment.
You're fine.
Oh my god. Hold on. Okay, so far they're just saying I'm looking at Brian Eaton's Twitter. He's saying the FBI is having a press conference at 6 p.m. Eastern. An update on the investigation.
That's in 5 minutes, huh?
Yeah. So maybe go there. Yeah, and then again, just the Teton County, Wyoming corner just confirmed to be a body has been found right there in Teton National Park. He says they do not know the identity so far or the gender, and they said it's in a very remote area that
Yeah.
the body was found.
Well, where I was looking last night, yeah, for sure, it looked super remote. Okay, here we go.
Okay. And he says, where do we? Oh, WFLA is also live too. They're usually on it. Let me
Oh,
see.
here we go.
You got it?
Do you see it?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh my gosh, guys. You guys want WFLA? I'll pull it up.
Yeah, put that one up better, I think.
Whatever you guys want.
Yeah. Yeah, they're live right now.
Did you guys see the video of somebody yelling at Brian's mom today?
No. Oh, yeah, when she was she outside? I seen that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would go to them, Amanda.
I'm trying to pull it up right now.
Okay.
I just don't want to knock the other one off while I'm pulling this one up.
I'm like sweating in here. I'm gonna pour myself something to drink. Someone says, "What
You would probably
What
laugh.
name of your lashes?" They're asking.
Oh, ugh, I have to look at them.
Yeah, I never
They have a
spend a lot of
different
money on my lashes. Hi, Kay. How are you? How are you feeling? Hi,
They're kind of
Phoenix.
ridiculous.
Amanda Al says she's going crazy right now. Her heart hurts. Her son's birthday is 3/18, and we know Gabby's is 3/19. She's only 1 year and a day older than
It's
my boy.
KFLA, right?
WFLA.
Oh, WFLA. Wow, that's why I
Yeah,
didn't find it.
WFLA. Yeah, and they're just right now. They're just showing like, damn, you guys, this isn't good. This isn't good. Fuck. They just have it where they're just waiting for the briefing, so it's all set up right there.
Yeah.
They're gonna go do it right now. Yeah. Oh man, I'm like shaking.
So they will show us where we are right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go to
maybe
them
we
right now.
should stay here.
They're just waiting for them to start the press conference. They're showing on the screen literally like there's like 3 flags. They're just waiting.
Oh my gosh, it's taking forever.
Yeah, because it says 25, 24, 23, 22. Come on, girl.
Is this WFLA? I can't.
Let me see if I could pull it up on my end. Hold
Okay,
on.
I found it.
You got it? Okay.
So
Yeah,
what I
they're
was
gonna
trying to
start-
do was trying to. Oh man, I'll be there, guys. I'll get it. I got you guys down fast. Okay, I will have it. Okay, they're barely pulling up the press conference right now, so still on time. All right, found it. Got it. I mean, I obviously found it, but I'm pulling it up now.
Thank you guys for being with us and for your patience.
Honestly, there's a lot going on the internet right now. I think it's just slow
Yeah.
because I have pretty good internet.
Well, yeah, I bet you everybody's live right now covering this.
Mm-hmm. All right,
I
so
know.
this is it.
I'll do.
Let me bring the volume.
4 o'clock, of course, where we are in Grand Teton National Park. Let's get.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want me to mute myself?
No, it's making me sick. Like, just all of
Oh.
it, everything.
YouTuber Gabby Petito, who
YouTuber.
Okay.
Gabby Petito, who vanished while on a cross-country road trip with her fiance.
They've been calling her YouTuber.
Road trip with her fiance, Teton County, Wyoming. Confirming to News Nation's
There it is.
Ryan Enton confirming to News Nation's Ryan Enton that a body has been found.
and
Says they don't know the
Is
identity
this better?
and won't say at this time if it is a man or a woman. So here's what we know and here's what we don't
during
know.
the search for Gabby Petito.
During the search for Gabby Petito, today a body was found in National Park. Let's not forget how large the area Grand Teton National Park is, about 220,000 acres here. So a body has been recovered by the coroner's office for Teton County, Wyoming, and we'll now have a press conference here. Now, we of course immediately, so many of our commenters here, I can see already coming in here, a lot of our commenters, of course, fearing the worst. We don't have anything confirmed. We don't even know if the body is a man or a woman. But given the magnitude of the press conference here, given the fact that things have remained relatively quiet in the last 15 to 20 minutes, an announcement is going to be made here. An announcement is going to be made. The press conference here is being set up in a way that that we're going to have an update here on this case. A press conference has been called here pertaining to an update in Gabby Petito's disappearance, as we understand it. And so we're moments away here from finding out what that update is. And again, the coroner's office reporting that a body has been found. So sticking to the facts here, that's what we know here at this time. You can hear some of the chatter coming in here, folks. We're live a little bit early, even though we were live about 2 or so minutes before the top of the hour here. Went live a little bit early here, and clearly press conference hasn't gotten underway here. Why are we live a little bit early? Because it takes time for, of course, all the shares and everything to occur on social media, all the retweets to occur on social media. So it gives everybody the opportunity to kind of file in here, comment back and forth. We're going to be featuring your comments here coming up with hashtag HeyJB, as we do here on WFLA Now. So in the Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter comment sections here. If you want to get my attention here, use hashtag HeyJB in the comment, and that way we can animate it on screen. If you don't want your comment to be animated on screen here, what we'll do is we'll just kind of let your comment go idly by if we don't see the hashtag. So it's pretty much kind of how it Andre, and people were asking at that time, what's going on in Wyoming? What's going on in Wyoming? This is what was going on in Wyoming. I want to keep the press conference here on screen.
Just give me a sec. Let me.
Podium here. So let's go.
Amanda, do you share your audio? Do you share the audio? Like the you know that little on the, okay. So hit that and then mute and then I'll mute and then just let that play because that's usually what I do and it makes it so much better with the sound.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do right now.
Okay. Thank you, Zen.
Go ahead and mute, and then I'll mute.
Okay.
Going through some of the areas here.
Okay, I think she's trying to log off and then come back in. If anything, I can try to do it from my end. I'll ask her if she wants me to, because I have my computer hooked up to the modem. So let me see what she wants to do. Again, thank you guys for being here. Amanda's trying to just get the echo fixed. Here.
About to get an update here, folks. Thanks for spending a portion of your evening here with us. I haven't even looked too much here at some of the folks that are joining us across all three platforms. Let's see what we can do is we can try to bring in all three platforms here. And I can see hello to our YouTube audience, hello to our Twitter audience, hello to our Facebook audience. A reminder here, folks, I've been live here pretty much the last several days. Voice is a little bit hoarse here because we've been doing hours and hours of online coverage of this story. And it's a story that, of course, has captured the attention of so many people across the country. Folks in New York are following this because this road trip began in New York. People in Florida following this, of course, and of course the Petito family and family members that are in New York. People in Florida, of course, paying close.
Amanda, you had it perfect, girl. What did you do? All right.
Back to
All right, I'm gonna just hold on. You know what? Hold on, guys. Let me try it on my end, and then we'll see how it works. All right. It sounded good to me a little while ago. I don't know about you guys. It sounded really good, right? But I think it could be StreamYard. You got to remember, a lot of people are using StreamYard right now, so just bear with Amanda. Let me see if I can do it on my end just to help her out. Give us 1 second. Hold on. We got this, guys. Bear with us. Bear with us. We got this. WF. LA. Okay. Hold on, guys. You guys bearing with us? I think Amanda's trying to come back in.
Nothing
Amanda,
to do with me. Don't mind my hair. I swear it's not me.
I'm going to try doing it on my end. I'm hooked up to the modem, so if it freezes on my end, then it's just StreamYard, you guys. I don't know what else to tell you. So let me, because I'm hooked up to the modem, so usually it hooks up. Let me try doing it. Hold on. I think this is it. Am I on the right one? I hope so. I'm going to share it. Is that okay, Amanda? I don't know. Oh, I think Amanda's doing it. Okay, hold on. Okay, we got 2 minutes, Amanda.
Announced that the body that they found based on they know at this time.
All right, I have it pulled up. Hold on. You guys just bear with us. I think this is it. Yeah. All right, so I have it up. I think I have to wait for Amanda to put it on the screen. So I have to wait for her because it's her stream. Let me just wait for her, and then I think she could add it. Amanda, can you hear me? Amanda, can you hear me, love?
Make sure I have this right. Jen Bethune, Red, White, and Bethune. Big thank you to them for providing us with this video. And this is the video August 27th is when they believe that this video was shot. And this is a massive clue. Now, based on the video here, the video shows us what does the video show us? The video shows us a van here parked off. This is Grand Teton National Park. A van here that was parked on the left side of the road here. Kind of an odd spot to be parked. People on Reddit and TikTok have been combing through this video to determine whether or not this is, in fact, it's hard. You can't see too well if it's Florida plates, but trying to comb through and determine whether or not this is, in fact, the Laundrie and Petito vehicle. And then also, too, people have been combing through the background of this video, trying to figure out exactly what they can see. And there's a lot of people trying to enhance this video on Reddit and on TikTok. But I don't want to get too far away from the matter at hand here, folks. We'll talk more about this video here on the back end of the press. I want to stay here, folks, with you, and stay here on the left side of your screen, show you the press conference. The moment that he steps up to the microphone here, we can listen in and find out what the update is. So split screen here, live from Grand Teton National Park here on the left side of your screen. On the right side of your screen, this was earlier today in Wyoming. They have been using all means possible here. Oh, I think we have them walking up to the podium here, folks. Let's listen in.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We'll have time for a brief statement. Because this is an ongoing investigation, we won't have time for questions. Please.
Good afternoon. My name is Charles Jones. I'm the Supervisory Senior Resident Agent here in Wyoming for FBI Denver. Standing with me here today are Acting Chief Ranger Matt Wilbur with the National Park Service, Hunter Bailey, who is Chief of the National Park Service Investigative Services Branch. We also have Teton County Sheriff Matt Carr and Jackson Police Chief Michelle Weber. First and foremost, on behalf of the FBI personnel and our partners, I would like to extend sincere and heartfelt condolences to Gabby's family. Joe and Tara Petito and Jim and Nicole Schmidt. As every parent can imagine, this is an incredibly difficult time for the family and friends. Our thoughts and prayers are with them. We ask that you all respect the privacy as they mourn the loss of their daughter.
Oh my God.
As you are aware, FBI personnel, in coordination with our partners at National Park Service, the Forest Service, Teton County Sheriff's Office, and Jackson Police Department, have been conducting an investigative activity in the vicinity of the Spread Creek dispersed camping area. Earlier today, human remains were discovered, consistent with the description of Gabby Petito. Full forensic identification has not been completed to confirm 100% that we found Gabby, but her family has been notified of this discovery. The cause of death has not been determined at this time. We appreciate your continued support and patience as we work through this process. The vicinity around Spread Creek campsite will remain closed to the public until further notice. This is an active and ongoing investigation, so we ask everyone maintain distance from law enforcement personnel and equipment, vehicles, and related activity for their own safety, as well as to protect the integrity of our work and respect privacy for Gabby's family. We appreciate the tremendous support from the public. The support from the public's response to request of tips has been remarkable. We continue to seek information from anyone who utilized the Spread Creek dispersed camping area between the dates of August 27th and August 30th. Anyone that may have had contact with Gabby or her boyfriend, or who may have seen their vehicle in that area. Please share any new information with the FBI at tips.fbi.gov or 1-800-CALL-FBI. And finally, the Denver Field Office Direct is 303-629-7171. Photos and videos can also be uploaded at fbi.gov/Petito. We thank our partners at the National Park Service, the U.S. Forest Service, Teton County Sheriff's Office, and Jackson Police Department for their collaboration and diligence in this investigation. They surged their resources in a very short amount of time, and their personnel have intimate knowledge of the rugged terrain that we're dealing with, which made this process much more difficult. We greatly appreciate the invaluable skill and expertise of the Teton County Search and Rescue Team. We also thank the community of Jackson and the surrounding areas for the hospitality and for accommodating a rapid influx of law enforcement personnel in the area. In order to protect our investigative process and increase probability of successful prosecution should it be necessary, we have no additional comments. We appreciate your cooperation and respect for Gabby's family, loved ones during this difficult time. Thank you.
So can you please tell us why you led to that campsite in particular?
It's an ongoing investigation, sir. We cannot answer those, unfortunately.
Honestly, you guys will really rarely hear me cuss. This is so fucked up because they can't even say yet that he's like that he's a.
The news we all fear. Confirmed here by authorities at Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. A body matching Gabby Petito's description found by hard-working search members here today, Sunday, September 19th, 2021. And Gabby Petito's family has been informed of the.
Why can't they just say it?
Hey there, folks. JB Buno here with you live on WFLA Now. That 6 o'clock presser was difficult for even members of law enforcement to deliver the news here. The news that we have all been fearing now for the last almost week of this story. Every single solitary person that I spoke to personally off the clock when I talked to them about this story, when I told them the details, when the story began to first gain traction Monday, Tuesday of last week, when I talked to them and I said, this was a couple that went, an engaged couple that went on a cross-country road trip. They were together and they made it all the way from your posting on social media, all the way through to Wyoming, to Utah, to that area of the country. And then the social media trail of breadcrumbs went cold. And Brian returned to the Tampa Bay area, to Northport, Florida, with her van, and Gabby was missing, and Gabby was not part of that trip back here to Florida. The most common response that I got was, this doesn't feel right. That's not good. This doesn't add up. This stinks. That was the response that I got. And as the story progressed over the week, the situation just it got worse. The video came out from Utah showing that there was a domestic call and that the police here wanted to see if Gabby was safe. During this moment, investigators are talking to Gabby about her well-being and what to do, but also trying to figure out exactly what happened. Ryan, as we get in some stray audio here, let me just kind of take care of that. Brian had scratches on his face. Gabby, clearly distraught here. Something just wasn't right between this couple. There have been people examining their body language, their responses, their facial expressions to this moment. And Gabby, clearly here, distraught. It's a hard video to watch. Is separated from Brian Laundrie. And they stay at separate hotels that night. And then now here we are. It's September 19th. Gabby's body is found, or a body matching the description. It's believed to be confident. And let's just kind of talk about that here for a second. The body matching Gabby Petito's description, enough so. And again, they have to go through protocol here as far as determining the identity of the deceased, but confident enough to call the Petito family and tell them that their daughter is no longer with us. This is a tough day. This is an extremely tough day. We have an NBC reporter. Let's listen in here for a moment. Coming back with your hashtag HeyJB comments here in just a moment.
Voice from the beginning, and it led to us believing that this wasn't going to be a happy ending for the Petito case. So they came up here.
It's been confirmed.
Their information. We were told we are not allowed to ask questions, and they left, and they were in and out. And so it's just really heartbreaking news for really a lot of people to hear, but especially for Gabby's family. They have asked for the media to refrain from reaching out to them, to give them some space at this time. And so, it's just very surreal. To hear, knowing the video that KSL TV saw from the air with our chopper, then to trace it to what they just announced, saying that body parts being recovered were consistent with the description of Gabby Petito. Now, again, just want to point out they are waiting on the official word from the coroner's office, but it's
Yeah, his house has been blocked off.
safe to say that this is a very heartbreaking for a lot of people to hear. Debbie?
Did Amanda leave again? Oh, I didn't even realize. Hold on, guys.
Yeah.
Did they do body parts? People are asking. I didn't hear. I don't know. Yeah, I think the reporter was crying. Getting a lot of people.
Brian Laundrie, we'll talk about him in a few minutes. We have a lot of time to talk about Brian Laundrie. We'll get to Brian Laundrie here in a moment. But all of our commenters here, I know that you're pounding your keyboards right now.
That's crazy.
In frustration, and you want to know who did this, and you want to know who's responsible. And I'm sure the people pounding the keyboards hardest know who are at least believe that they know who was responsible for this. We will get to that aspect of the story here first.
I mean, this should become a. I mean, if this isn't already a nationwide manhunt, there should be already.
Yeah, they're gonna find him, and I'm just wondering if he's gonna take a cowardly way out. I mean, a lot of people are assuming he is.
Honestly, yesterday that's why I was so like willing to believe that report, because I accepted that. I accepted that if he had ran away from wherever he had left her and he was hiding, that he was probably going to do that.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. Like I'm just sitting here like I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
I know what to say. That we all still need to pray for Gabby, and we all still need to pray for her parents and her brothers and her dad, who, you know, had mentioned in an interview yesterday, he's like, she's my only daughter. Dude, that shit, that broke me.
Yeah. It's you know for that comment by Al Seeker, why is this story so much bigger than the child Summer Wild missing? Actually, when Summer Wiles went missing, that was big. Everyone covered it. Everyone did. But unfortunately, right now, 3 months later, right now, we're not getting anything. We're not getting no updates from law enforcement. We're not getting any updates. And I mean, all we have is a fucking family that is a joke. I'm sorry, they are. That's all we got. That's all we got to report on. There's nothing to report on right now, and it's so sad. So don't say why is this so much bigger? It isn't so much bigger. Everyone covered that case for so long. I'm still covering it. But Gabby's went missing right now. It's not a competition of what's bigger, you guys. That's just like that comment is like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be rude, but
Yeah, she's right. She's absolutely right. It's not a competition on which crime case is bigger. The fact of the matter is that certain families want our help to get the word out, and her family has just been so open and expressive how they are thankful, extremely thankful for us, and that they want us to continue spreading the story. And that was what my members live was supposed to be about today. Or like I was going to show a video that I hadn't showed anybody else yet of her dad saying that. I thought it was beautiful.
And it's not, there's no competition here, you guys. There's not. Like Summer is another case that's heartbreaking. And we all covered it. I covered it. Amanda covered it. Amber covered it. We all covered it. And we covered it. And I mean, geez, that case right there. I woke up to that case. I went bed to that case. I couldn't stop looking for anything, watching videos over and over and over and seeing what I can find. And it's 3 months and nothing. And all we haven't got shit from law enforcement. They haven't given us anything, you guys. Not even a little update. Nothing. And then we have Gabby going missing. Yes, we're going to cover it. As creators, yes, we're going to cover it. She's missing. Her dad's pleading, please share my daughter's photo. What, we're going to ignore that? No. There's no competition whatsoever. They both are important in my eyes. All these kids that go missing. And I'm sorry, as a creator, I can't cover every single case. I don't know. I'm upset by that comment, and I know I shouldn't be.
To be completely honest with you, my thing was that there was, I hate to say it like this, there was still hope for Gabby. And I hate to say it like that, but I was thinking we still had time to find her because she was so outdoorsy that something could have happened, you know, and she could have just been taking too long to come home, but still be okay. I was saying yesterday, I was like, I watch too much I Shouldn't Be Alive, where people survive like the most extraneous situations, and I thought she could do that.
Yeah. And as for Summer, who knows what happened to her? And it's so sad. And I know a lot of people in this chat have followed me with Summer, and you guys know what it's like. We cover that case. We wake up to it thinking she's like our daughter. Fuck, I've cried for that little girl. She's not even my baby. I wonder what her first word was. I wonder, you know, all these things I wonder about her. And now all we have 3 months later, what are we reporting on? Dawn. Fucking Dawn and Candace. That's what we're reporting on. And I just feel like for myself, I don't want to report on them. I don't like, I listen to what they say to catch them in their lies, and I'll report on that. But I want to report on Summer, and we have nothing. We have nothing. And it's 3 months. What do we have? Where is she? Where the fuck is she? And thank God that at least right now, Gabby's family has, it sucks what's going on right now, but at least they have their baby found. At least they can bring her home and, move on. Like, it's just, these cases are hard. These cases are hard to cover. And Summer needs to be found. Michael needs to be found. Where's Michael? It's like he just vanished, the little 5-year-old. Where is he?
Yeah.
It's like, where is he at? I don't know. All these cases matter. They all matter. But me as a human being, it's really hard for me to invest 100% everything I have in each case. I try, but I'm human. But at least I can bring you guys awareness with it. You know what I'm saying? And Amanda talks about so many cases. I give her so much props. That girl can cover so many cases. It's hard, you guys. I know you guys don't understand it, but for creators, well, I'm going to speak for myself and Amanda, it's hard. Are they going to say something? I'm like,
It was heavy. But covering Summer was heavy, and then covering Gabby's case, which is just so fresh, it was exhausting. And then, to have so much pushback from the community about, because I did get the comments about, oh, you guys forgot about Summer. I did get those. I don't know if you did. I did. And what I responded was, I didn't only ever cover Summer. Sure, she made up big, large of my videos, but Gabby needs her time to shine as well.
Yeah. And you've got comments. I've gotten emails from people saying, so what, you're not covering Summer no more? I see channels saying, I'm not going to stop talking Summer. Like, what? Like, it just blows my mind, you guys. It's
For
not
Michelle,
about that.
Anastasia, hashtag hey JB, my thoughts and prayers.
It's not about that. And I didn't mean to be rude to your follower, to Owl Seeker. I didn't mean to be rude, and I'm sorry if I was, but I just felt like that comment was just not necessary. Hold on. Ashley is saying something. Hold on. Summer needs to be found, you guys. She needs to be found. Hold on. I'm getting so many emails. What's going on? What am I missing? Amanda, is there anything?
Just doing sad. I'm getting, thank you, All Seeker. So I was trying to pull up another video, or the same video, and then of course as soon as I bust it out, it starts messing up. But I'm hella sad. This is much more than true crime to me. This is really somebody's baby. So if to say that I don't feel their pain is an absolute lie, because I've woken up with this girl on my mind every day for like the past 6-7 days. So I'm hurt. I know you guys are hurt, and I know Crazy's hurt.
Oh, no, I'm looking at Ash. She's sending me, I don't know if she's watching our stream or not. She's like, that is her body. I'm like, I know. I don't think she's watching. I thought she was here.
Oh, man. I wish StreamYard wasn't acting silly today. But I know it's because everybody else is using it too. I wonder if they're suffering as well.
There's a lot of people using it right now. So usually when a lot of channels are live, like with high amounts of it, and not only that, even when think about it, not everyone is live, but everybody's like, you know what I mean? So that's probably why it's acting up. Are you having trouble?
Well, I was trying to pull up that the
without his fiance.
I got it. The WVLTA.
Immediately has an attorney.
If anything, just play it. Like, you don't have to show it. We could hear it.
That's true.
I mean, everybody just wants to hear it. They don't really care, like, looking at him.
And everyone wants to know what he has to say.
Yeah, I think everybody has a bad headache right now. At least I do. My neck hurts.
Because of the law.
Yeah, I have a headache too already.
Brian Laundrie invokes his constitutional right to remain silent. And that is extremely frustrating, of course, for Florida authorities because they have to do everything that they can to.
I feel bad. I feel like I'm inadequate right now for you guys.
Whether or not Brian Laundrie had anything to do with Gabby Petito's disappearance without being able to interview Brian himself. So this has been an exhausting week for law enforcement here in the Tampa Bay area, in Sarasota, in Northport. It's been an exhausting week, and they've been searching. They were searching all day yesterday, all day today, and we can only hope that this news is I would imagine. I'll just say this. I would imagine that this news reaches the ears of Florida law enforcement here, and they're going to want all the search efforts. This has been a grueling search in Apache, in rural Sarasota. I can only hope now that this kicks them in and kicks them into a whole nother gear. Not that they needed a whole nother gear, but provides them with an extra jolt of motivation here to find Brian and carry on in these search efforts. Search efforts have been grueling. It's been a long week for Sarasota law enforcement, for law enforcement and Northport Police. But let's hope that they are reinvigorated here tonight because they want to do what they can for the Petito family and bring this to justice, bring this story to justice. All right, it's time to do a more thorough discussion here on what we know, what we don't know, and on Brian Laundrie. Okay, so let's now start. Let's get into this here. Let's talk about Brian Laundrie. Nothing has changed as of this time with Brian Laundrie. He is still a missing person. He is still a person of interest and a missing person. He is not a suspect at this time. That could change. An examination of the body, an examination of the area where the body was found, the autopsy, all of this is going to be conducted now to determine whether or not there's any evidence in Wyoming that Brian Laundrie can be officially labeled as a suspect. Right now, this is a missing person search. How long till it becomes a manhunt? At this time, I want to reiterate this. Some very strong-worded comments for Brian Laundrie here in the comment section, but we have to report it as is. And right now, Brian Laundrie, and this could change with a tweet in 5 seconds. But right now, Brian Laundrie is a person of interest in a missing persons case. So if they were to find him at this moment, at this time, he can't be charged with a crime until they say that he can be charged with a crime because they have evidence to justify the crime being, of course, charged against him. So that's where we are with this. So now that we kind of got that out of the way, let's talk about what we don't know and what we do know. We don't know the cause of death. We don't know the condition that the body was found in. We don't know what kind of evidence was found with the body. We don't know if there was an attempt to conceal the body. We don't know if the body was found at the bottom of a ravine. We don't know if the body was found in a shallow grave. We don't know if the body was found under a blanket. I don't want to go into the gruesome details, but we don't know what condition the body was found in. And I'm doing this out of respect for the Petito family, of course. We don't know the condition that the body was found in. So this is all now a process. It's a process that I think that a lot of folks would dearly hope would give us answers sooner rather than later, and that they use all means necessary to, of course, to find out whether if there's any clues pertaining to Gabby's last location if there's anything that can bring this closer to justice for Gabby, all of this will happen in time. And I'm sure that people want this to be done as quickly as possible. But I want to also, I keep going back to our interview with Josh Taylor from Northport Police a couple of nights ago. There is a process now. I want folks to really remember how this works, this process works. There's a process now with how, now that we have a person deceased in Grand Teton National Park, there's a process that we have to go through here. And any missteps in that process, any shortcuts taken, could foil justice down the road.
That was literally
in a
like
courtroom.
what I was watching all night last night. Just the cams going over the river,
police,
going over the river, going
law
over the river.
enforcement,
And I knew
the
they were looking
coroner's
for her,
office,
obviously,
the medical
to find
examiner,
her.
all of them
But I was like,
have
what do
to
they
do
know?
things
They know something, right?
to a T.
And they did.
And follow the process correctly. Would you rather have rushed results and then justice for Gabby ends up not happening a couple of years from now when this case hits a courtroom? Or would you rather them do it right, take the extra time necessary, and put a button on this to the point where they are 100% confident that the person responsible for this gets put away for as long as necessary? So there's a process now that has to be followed. So people are going to want to rush here this process and want answers quickly. For those people, I preach patience. So that law enforcement here, they have this correct and right and done by the book. I know here that there are folks who are joining us here that are just finding us here. We had a moment of silence earlier for Gabby Petito, and these images here. What I think now what we're gonna do is we've been showing this video enough. Can we not all agree? And our system here, our video system here, just kind of immediately goes into autoplay mode. So what we're gonna do here, folks, is we're gonna put away this video for unless we need it later. We're gonna put away this video here for a while. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of freeze it right here on Gabby's image. Let's go back to the image here, and we're just going to freeze it. I want to remember Gabby this way. Let's do this first, and we're going to just freeze this and instead of video playing here and all that auto feed video. Let's do that. Let's get to some of the questions and some of the comments that are coming in here on Facebook Live and Twitter, on YouTube. If you're just joining us, hashtag HJB, we can feature some of your comments here on screen. Becky Lee, hashtag HJB, my heart is so heartbroken for her family. This is so sad. I was hoping for a different outcome. All right, now some of the questions coming in about the Laundrie family. Let's dive right into it. Callie Sturgeon, hashtag AJB. Will his family be brought in for questioning as he is clearly a person of interest? I don't believe so. At this time, we believe that that family is cooperating to the point where they have, of course, indicated that Brian Laundrie left on Tuesday with hiking gear. And I think that a lot of the hope right now lies with finding Brian. And I would imagine that if investigators felt like they had some avenue to try to get information from the parents, that they would do so. However, Brian is the focal point right now. Despite not being named a suspect, being a person of interest, him going missing this week certainly adds up. 2 + 2 = 4.
He's not wrong. It certainly adds up. And I have an interview that I was going to play later, or I was going to release later, but I'm going to play it. It's Gabby's dad from yesterday, and it's He was so hopeful yesterday, and I just feel so bad that this is what happened today. Like, I can't believe that he was just so excited yesterday to like have hope and to say, to say that everything for Brian would be later.
Positivity is hard. Trying to focus on the scenario I have in my head, that she's stuck somewhere and she's just just needs help. And we got to just go get her and bring her home. I know how these things sometimes. I'm just trying not to think of that. The media has been awesome. It's actually been a good distraction because it's been keeping me so busy. If I had to sit home and just twiddle my thumbs and wait, I don't think I could do that. So it's actually helped me.
I mean, one of the hard things for folks is when they're jumping up and down trying to get attention to an issue. It seems like we have plenty of attention here on this.
I'll tell you, I'm very fortunate. I'm given this situation, I'm extremely lucky because not only has the authorities, the FBI, all the agencies that are helping out, all the task force that are helping out, but all the social media, the media attention. I mean, it's really hard to deal with, but it is needed. And I'll tell you, I haven't seen this type of attention on something like this, and I am extremely grateful. I'll never be able to repay the type of the assistance that we've been given. I'm humbled by it, and it's hard to to understand, but I get on how lucky I am for that.
Your family's gone out to
Wyoming.
Sorry. Why?
It's the last known place that we have. And listen, we're not getting a lot of information, and rightfully so. I understand why. It is an investigation, but it's the last information that we have that's corroborated. So we got to start somewhere, and there's 2,500 miles between Wyoming and Florida. So if we start now, it's less we have to do when we pinpoint a better location. That's how we look at it. Is what if we get lucky and we don't need Brian anymore? We find her, right now. So she's good. We bring her home. She tells us what happened, and we move on. So.
What do you think of Brian?
I don't. Right now, I do, and I also think of his parents. But anything that I say here is not going to help me out there. So that'll be later on. I'll let the courts and society judge them. I've already did my judgment. It's not going to change. So now I'm focusing on what matters.
What do you hope people do?
I just hope people pay attention. I hope people look. I hope, and I'm getting the help, and I know they're doing it, so I appreciate it. I just don't want them to stop until we bring her home, until we're able to do that, because like I said, I know before. I know I'm lucky to have this type of attention for this right now. And I'd hate to have that taken away because it's just going to make things that much harder.
Anything else you'd like to add, Joe?
I would just like his parents to understand, parent to parent, this is, a serious, issue. And I wouldn't wish this on them. No matter what I'm going through right now, I still don't wish this on them because it's that horrible, to deal with. So I don't even wish that on them now. But if the family members can, or aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, if you associate with the Laundries, call them, ask them, hey, listen, what do you know? What's going on? We want to find this girl too. What's your son doing? If he knows anything, he should be telling them. And if they don't, and if you realize you're a family member, aunt, uncle, cousin, whatever you are to them, and you associate with the Laundries, if you work with the banks with them, if they try to buy a car from you. You try and go to rent a book from you, you should say no, thank you. You can turn them away, because this type of behavior is just it's cruel, it's heartless. If you did nothing wrong, and you genuinely did nothing wrong, and I'm not saying you did or not, I have no idea. I can't even ask you what you know. So the fact that I can only take this attitude as cruel and heartless. You should not try and associate with those people anymore, because you don't need that type of people in your life.
Something I had. Oh, I know the most important question. Talk to me about the Talking about Gabby.
From a little girl. All right. So she was always artistic, always. I mean, from the start. So when she was about 9, I think she was 9, we were painting her rooms and stuff like that. We were redoing her room in my house. And she had this idea of painting the walls purple, like a darker purple. And then we got this bright fluorescent pink, in a can. And we put rubber gloves on and we put our hands in the can and we wung it at all 4 walls, all over the place. So the walls were almost covered. Like she was always into art. She was always into, experiences and having fun and just living life. And, up until the day that we lost her. So we want to bring her back and we want to make sure she can continue that. And I can't express enough how relaxed and cool she is, and she's always trying to look at the brighter side of things, You can't fault someone for that. There's so much negativity in the world and you turn to this beautiful soul and she just sees the beauty in it. Like you don't see people like that a lot. It's kind of probably one of the reasons she's got so much attention is because people know that she sees the beauty in everyone and everything. And that's awesome.
We've heard that, we've got every wacko coming out of the woodwork saying this and that she's, not, I mean, how odd is it that she would not be communicating?
Yeah, listen, I've seen it online, hoax and for I don't even know what they're called, tweets or whatever they are, right? Or likes, whatever they are. She's 22. She's not independently wealthy, all right? This hoax has gone on long enough. We can't find her anywhere. And we're looking, you know what I mean? So it's not like she's sitting in a hotel somewhere, you know what I mean? She can't afford it for that long. It's a month. So she's out there somewhere and she needs help.
I mean, just as far as her not communicating with you.
Oh, it's never happened.
And what's going on, she would not purposely avoid you.
She hasn't gone 2 days, I mean, let's just say 3 days because she's, it's in remote areas. She hasn't gone 3 days without contacting someone. Brothers, aunts, uncles, moms, dads, friends, someone. Because by now, I mean, we're 3 weeks in, right? So by now, she would have contacted someone. And they would have come up and said, hey, I just spoke to Gabby. She's here. Let's go get her. No one's come to us and said that. So she's still out there somewhere where she doesn't have access to communication, and we got to get her. So that takes focus on everything. Everything else with Brian, everything else with the laundries, that doesn't matter until she's back. When she is back in our home, we can worry about that stuff then. Until then, there's one goal and one goal only: bring Gabby home. It's that simple. This is not a difficult thing to realize. And you don't do your Fifth Amendment until you're trying to hide a crime where you don't want to incriminate yourself or someone else. That's the only reason you invoke the Fifth, unless someone tells me otherwise. But I'm an emotional dad in an emotional situation, so that's how I'm seeing it at this moment. I'm a believer in the Constitution, and I know the Fifth is awesome for people. I get it. Sometimes it works. Right now, if you're innocent, you shouldn't be used. That's the wrong tactic to take. Now, I'll also say there have been 2 statements by the attorney, neither of which have those statements stated that Brian has no clue where Gabby turned, where she went, and has no clue how she disappeared, or that he has no clue, or he doesn't have any involvement in this. None of those statements state that. Why?
Northport Police 28 minutes ago said, saddened and heartbroken to learn that Gabby has been found deceased. Our focus from start, along with the FBI and national partners, has been to bring her home. We will continue to work with the FBI in the search for more answers. And that was 20 minutes ago. They put it on their Twitter.
Wasn't that the most sad thing ever?
Yeah. And someone said in the comments, like, he never said like she was like talked about her in past tense. And even there was also another interview he did where he was saying he's going to be telling himself that she's just hurt somewhere. Like, he's not going to believe anything until, you know, facts were brought to his attention. But he's like, I'm not going to believe that at all. I'm going to think I'm going to stay with she's hurt somewhere, you know, because I think someone had asked, what if she, you know, and he's like, nope, I'm going to stick with she's just hurt somewhere. I'm not going to allow my mind to go there. It's just different, you know, than when we see other, you know, parents.
Yeah, for sure. Especially some of the parents that we've seen as of lately. And that's not to down any parents in particular, because there's actually more than one case that I can think of right now where the parents aren't doing everything to find their baby, or at least in my opinion. And yeah, it's garbage when there's actually people out there that are willing to do anything to find their kid. Like, even calling her America's like daughter. They knew that we embraced her and they were happy about it, and it made me feel so good to hear that. I was like, cool, he's down with us. You know, he's not mad at us posting everything. He's happy about it because he wants her found. He wants her face out there. And I thought we were doing a great job of putting her face out there, not just us, mainstream media, everybody. I thought everybody was doing such a good job at remembering Gabby and not letting her be forgotten. I knew this. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people too were really trying to find her last locations and put it together. Like, you know, a lot of people were trying their hard. I mean, gosh, people on Reddit. I mean, I know some things were being put out that weren't true, but there was a lot of stuff where people were putting a lot of their own time trying to like see, okay, like piece together everything, everything. Even I was trying to figure it all out with like a map, look at the maps and write it down. Like, people were just trying to find her. And then it's just really, really heartbreaking. And just prayers for the family. Like, man.
Oh, yeah.
I agree, dude.
What's really sad is, you know, she has a lot of her friends have spoken out and stuff, and now they're going to have to, you know, like when her friend was talking the other day on the Daily Mail, he said something like, and so how was she like? And then he's like, I mean, how was she like? And she looked at him, she's like, thank you. Because she didn't want him talking about her in past tense.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And then the other day when she was on the news, or her dad was on the news, he's like, well, one thing you could do is just don't stop giving out the phone number. Like, you know, so we can get tips in. And she's like, what's the number again? And his eyes got so angry because that's all he wanted.
Yeah.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
You're crying. My head hurts.
I'm pissed, dude. I'm so pissed. Like, they let this kid slip through their freaking fingers. They let him slip through the cracks. They let him get away with hiding his girlfriend until he, I don't know, did whatever he's doing.
Yeah, because just the day before that, they said they did the briefing. He said yes, they knew where he was at. So that made everybody believe, well, if you're going to say a comment like that, we're going to think that you know you have eyes on him. You know what I'm saying? So then we find out, no, like, that's why people don't trust them right now. Understandably. I mean,
that's why yesterday when they said, like, it wasn't him, I thought to myself, I don't know. They would lie to us.
Yeah. 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 And then, you know, that vehicle, it wasn't there on Tuesday because I went back and I started looking at everything I can find from like the news reporters that I follow on Twitter to see like what they posted from the beginning. And then like on Tuesday, you know, they're just talking in front of the house, but the car wasn't there on Tuesday at all. Then Tuesday night, a pizza gets ordered, right? And the news reporter's like, oh, who ordered the pizza? And the guy looks and he's like, oh, Brian, and he says his last name. And the reporter's like, oh, interesting, okay. And it was like in the evening. And then the pizza guy goes to the door and no one answers the door. And the pizza guy leaves. Like, it was a pranker. I don't freaking know. It was so weird. And then after that, that's the same day that someone ordered all these pizzas for the news people and also I think for like the police station or something like that. Then Wednesday morning, all of a sudden, that Mustang is there. And someone has to have video. Someone has to have video of who showed up Wednesday in that vehicle. I mean, all those reporters, someone has to know. And I can't seem to find anybody who can say who was driving that Mustang. But it wasn't there Tuesday, and it was there on Wednesday morning. He could have, if he was there, because that Brian, what is it, Eaton, I think it is, from the news station, he was saying too, he did he went to the neighbor's backyard. I don't know if you guys seen it on Twitter, and he like showed the neighbor's backyard, and it was right next to Brian's. So he even said like, so Brian could have like crossed over your backyard and went, and he's like, well, yeah, he could have. He's like, I have cameras, but it would not face where, if he would have done that, like his camera faced like his house. So he's like, yeah, he could have easily done that if he was there. So he could have went out like that, and someone could have been waiting for him, picked him up and took him, and then returned in that car. And I just want to know who was driving that car back to the house. Someone has to have that footage.
What I want to know is why his parents had to hide it for him. Like, my husband was like, wouldn't you help your kid? And me and you have gone over this crazy. You said that your boyfriend said the same thing, that he would help his kid. And I said, if my son came home and he didn't have his girlfriend that I knew he was supposed to be on a trip on, you better believe I would ask him where his girlfriend was with conviction.
Yeah, me too. And I just think too, because my boyfriend was like, when we talked about, like, not because of this case, but other cases, like the Tristan Bailey case was like a big conversation for us.
Betsy.
And then a movie we had watched was a big conversation for us. And he was like, well, that's our child. You wouldn't protect her. Like, and I'm like, he's like, what if it was an accident? I'm like, but still, like, just knowing I knew what happened to someone's child. And then I couldn't live with myself like that. Like,
an accident is different. An accident is way different, but the way he's hiding this, he drove 2,000 miles to avoid, to be away from her body that we now know is her body that he left behind. He left his girlfriend behind. He was trying to do that the day that the cops pulled him over. The cop says the witness saw him hanging her bag on the back of the van. For what? He was probably trying to get rid of her already. And I'm not saying it's premeditated, but I'm saying he was probably just in his own wacky brain, just fed up. I don't know. He left her there. He left her there.
Besides that TikTok video, has anyone said that about the police or anybody? Can we watch it or no?
Which one?
Remember how they said that he got that? Remember that was that the cousin or something said that he got pulled over. Remember, and then he wanted a lawyer immediately or something like that. Like
yeah. Did you see that right there? She's so cute.
And she was so young, like even in the tent when she was on her trip and it was raining and she's like, oh my God, it's raining. Oh my God, her voice as a mom, it just reminds me of like a little girl voice, like, oh.
The way she squeaked, right? She's like.
It sounded like, oh my God.
She's so little.
Yes, like that little girl came out of her right then and there. Like, ugh. It's just heartbreaking that knowing that she went on this trip to experience the world and sightsee and just make memories. And then she loses her life by the one person that she trusted and loved.
And her mom trusted. Her mom said she only felt comfortable because they were going together.
Mm-hmm.
With her fiance.
And it says, who says he's gonna commit the S word? Psychos don't kill themselves. Yeah, did you guys see that John Walsh? What did John Walsh call him? Did you guys watch that? He called him, I don't know if he called him
laundry. This is the latest update in the Gabby Petito disappearance case as of Wednesday, September 15th.
Police are looking for 22-year-old Gabby Petito. She disappeared while traveling in a van cross-country with her fiance, Brian Laundrie. She's been missing since late August. Today, police officially announced that Brian Laundrie, Gabby Petito's significant other, is a person of interest. He's not a suspect and he has not been charged as of now, but he is a person of interest. They also say that he has not made himself available to investigators to talk to about her disappearance. They have fully processed the van that the couple was traveling in out west. They were last known to be in Wyoming together. Her parents are urging anyone with information to come forward. The van that the couple were traveling in was found at Laundrie's parents' home in Florida. Police, they're calling the case, quote, odd. Petito's mother says the last time they FaceTimed was August 25th, the same day as Gabby's last Instagram post. At the time, the couple was in Wyoming, according to her mother, and their last text messages were exchanged around August 30th, which was the last time her family heard from her. Police say her boyfriend drove their van back to Florida, but Gabby is nowhere to be found. According to multiple news outlets, police in Moab, Utah say they were called to an incident involving the couple in mid-August. Police say the couple were not the ones who called police, and there was insufficient evidence for charges. Further details are not available. Gabby's Instagram page has been deactivated overnight, and Petito's family also released a statement saying, in part, Brian is refusing to tell Gabby's family where he last saw her.
I'm glad to see that Bridget Matters has requested the body camera footage from that incident. Pause to read. If not, I have the full statement in a video I will have linked in the description. And this here states that Facebook, who owns Instagram,
with your silence. I'll continue tracking this as new information comes out.
Hi everyone, I know I said I would update you with the Gabby situation, but unfortunately there's still not a lot that we know. What we do know now is that Brian was home in Florida on September 1st. You also have to factor in that it's about a day and a half drive with no stops from Grand Teton to Florida. So we don't know if Gabby was with him at any point along that trip or if he had just left her in Grand Teton. If he did, she was probably alone since the 29th, maybe even before that. This also means that Brian was sitting in his home for 11 days waiting for someone to notice that Gabby was missing, which is horrifying to me. I don't know what that means, but yeah. The police cannot arrest Brian for hindering the investigation until we have proof that a crime was committed. It is now public knowledge that Gabby and Brian got into a domestic dispute on August 12th. Gabby did not make the phone call to the authorities. Someone else who witnessed it did. I think the only other new information I have for you is that the police were seen dropping off a pink envelope at Brian's house. I'm not sure what this means. I'm pretty sure that that's a court subpoena, or maybe they're taking him in for questioning. Hopefully we can get some answers from that. Thank you everyone for the continuous support and sharing of Gabby's story. Again, I will come back if there's any big changes in the investigation.
I seriously feel like we have to do like a moment of silence for her. Like, honestly. Poor Gabby, dude. What did he do to her?
Well, we'll learn that soon. We're going to learn that soon.
I tell you that every time I edit footage, I can't edit the tent into my videos, or like when I do, I feel like I almost have to close my eyes. And that was giving me a bad feeling. And I'm not a psychic or anything. I honestly have bad instincts most of the time. But I have a feeling that tent is going to be a big part of this. Like, that's where she slept, you know?
Yeah.
And now that we have to question, like, that video where she was saying, like, she was sleeping in the tent, he was sleeping in the van then. He was leaving her in the tent to sleep. right?
Possibly.
Like they must have been arguing. Like she spent the last few days at the hotel. Um, he was probably being such a dick to her. And I wonder if the day he was I wonder if the day they got pulled over, he was taking her to do exactly what he's done already.
So you think he planned it?
I tell you that the way he was, I think it's, I mentioned it in a video I did the other day where the way it felt like he was depriving her of elements like water and stuff. Like she was taking like more than one water bottle from the officers and they were out of water and they had to head into the park to get spring water. Like he wasn't even letting her go to the store to get water, you know? I wonder if he was going to take her somewhere and push her or something. But I don't think he pushed her. I think he hurt her and then disposed of her like somebody he didn't love.
Just discarded her like trash.
Yeah. And I'm honestly going to say this. I think all murder is a little bit premeditated. It has to sear inside of them for some time before it actually comes out. I feel it. Like it doesn't just happen, not most of the time.
Well, I think definitely, I'm looking at a comment. I think definitely they're really going to look into what the parents said. And also, who brought that vehicle back? I'm like, who was driving that? And they'll probably start going to the neighbors, ask to see who has, video surveillance, look at that, because they're going to try to see if that story makes sense, what they're saying. So, they're going to look at all of that stuff, especially now that Gabby has been found. Yeah. And if if it does come to light that they've done anything like that, they'll be charged with something.
Yes, I do.
Even when the reporter asked too, like, so he's missing, he leaves Tuesday and then they wait to call law enforcement till this day. And, they didn't know what to say. He's like, that's a good question. Like, I know that we're going to look into it. And then they have them looking for him right there. Does anyone really think he's in that area? I mean, I personally don't think he's there at all. I think they're just buying him more time. I don't think he's there. And part of me thinks he isn't going to take his own life. Part of me thinks he ain't going to do that. We don't know where he is. And another thing is he's used to being, off the cuff, like just being like in the background, not being seen. He could be barefooted on those rocks. He could be in outdoors. That's his background. That's like his area. So who knows where he really is?
Yeah, I don't think that he's where they're saying he is. I think that's all a hoax to get him some time.
Yeah, I don't think he's there either. And if law enforcement can prove that they lied, then they'll be charged with something, definitely.
I don't think so.
You don't think they're going to be charged?
No. I'm not saying his family's connected. I have heard the rumors that his mom was working for the DA before or whatever. I just feel like he was just already so protected by them. Josh, the police representative yesterday, in his press conference, he was like, they didn't think anything of it because they took a while to report their son missing, kind of like they reported their daughter missing 10 days later or something like that.
Yeah, I seen that too. But that's a little different though, because she was, they didn't know, like the mom said, she didn't know, like, if she was not in service for a few days. Like, as a parent, you're not going to jump that gun. I would think the same thing as what the mom was saying. I would be like that too. Well, they're probably not in service. I'll give her a couple of days. But then she said when it got to a certain amount of days, then that's when she was like, okay, something is definitely not making sense. But the first few days, I would have just thought that. But for this situation, especially what's going on, if that was my son and he's like, I'm going to go, what was it? I'm going to go hiking. What was the story? Like, are you freaking kidding me? You're going to go hiking with all these reporters outside. You're going to go hiking. Like, come on. As a parent, he ain't effing going hiking. Come on, guys. He didn't go out the front door. Right? Like, no. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not buying that for 1 second. Not at all.
Yeah, I don't think I think they're definitely playing the switch. We don't know where our son is. No, we have no idea. And of course, they're just hiding him. They clearly don't care. And the family was saying that, like, how can we expect him to do the right thing when this is who raised him?
That's true. That's very true. Her phone's missing too, right? Yeah, I don't know who has her phone.
Yeah, they only said that they got records.
Yeah, they were able to get into like their records and stuff like that, but physically having the phone, we don't know. I mean, he probably has it.
He probably has it.
Yeah, he probably has it. Hey, Demon Child.
I am going to say I feel relief a little bit that we don't have to look for her, and have to wonder, what he did and where he left her. I do feel relief that her family doesn't have to worry about that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what that's what I was doing before this broke. Was I was looking at the creek. I was listening to with that was it the TikTok girl said that she picked him up. I was looking at that again. I was trying to match it up. I'm like, okay. And then I was looking at that All Trails app, and I was like trying to just look at. And remember, in the morning we were talking about that All Trails app. Like we were just behind the scenes, just trying to find where is she, like just to
Where he
pinpoint
could
it.
have left her.
Yeah, this could have happened, and trying to figure out. Okay, he had to hitchhike. I was like looking at everything, and I'm like, there's no way he could have walked this. He had to hitchhike, and I was thinking someone has to have seen him or gave him a ride besides this one person.
I really look. I look at I put on right now, like the pictures of them that she had, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't think Gabby ever imagined that the person she took hundreds and thousands of pictures of was going to do this to her.
Yeah, and looking beyond, yes, they found a body, and it's been like the medical examiner obviously hasn't confirmed it, but I'm sure they're looking at the tattoos, but they put it on their Twitter that it was Gabby, and the family's been aware. They've been told and everything. So yeah, they found her. And don't they have matching tattoos? Like it was they've been together for a long time. It wasn't like she didn't know this guy either, and that's the scary thing with these cases too. Just like with the Chris Watts case with Shanann, she had kids with him. They had the whole house, and look what he did. No one seen that coming. So it's like it just these cases, if anything, they always make me think like shit. We really don't know anybody that we're sleeping next to. Like seriously.
Nita Phillips is saying that she edited one of her captions on her laptop. Like, where is her laptop? Where's her drone? Where's her camera? Where's her phone? Where's her stuff? Where's her backpack?
Yeah. Yeah. And my phone died. I can't go on my phone. I wonder if any law enforcement went inside his family's residence. Has anybody seen that?
I'll look right now.
Look, yes. Check, probably Twitter will probably show it. Go to that guy, Brian. It's Brian, Entin.
Brian Entin?
Yeah, he's like, he's on it right now. I think they were going live too with it. So my phone died like always. Oh, yes, you guys.
He's outside of Brian Landry's house right now.
Yeah, he's been there. He's the one that was saying, he asked the pizza guy on Tuesday, like, who's that for? And they said that Brian ordered it. Well, they said his name. But allegedly Brian was gone Tuesday. So who ordered that pizza?
I think they were trying to say it was a hoax, right?
Yeah, they were saying it was a hoax because when he went to the door, no one answered. So who did that? Like, what was the point of that?
I mean, it does happen. People do that, so they will go to the door,
And the whole freaking Instagram new account that's like what Gabby something.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Did you see that TikTok girl freaking looked up the email, then she looked up the number, and she linked it back to Brian's family? You see that?
No.
Yeah.
All right. So should I turn on sound or just visual?
Visual, I think, is good right now. Oh, they're right up on his residence.
In the yard here.
Of course, it started playing as I asked
so
that.
we should be able to capture anything if something does happen at the house.
They're right outside. They said, we're gonna get it all.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, someone just broke a glass here. The Titans must be losing. Oh my god.
D Irish, did you think that was him? I don't know. I don't think that was him.
No, I don't think that guy looked like he had tattoos. I don't
That's
think
what
that.
I thought too.
Yeah. To me, I noticed the arm right away. To me, it looked like a tattoo on the arm.
So the search for Brian today came up with nothing. They spent the day at the Wildlife Reserve, which is about 10 minutes from here. We were there this afternoon. They didn't come up with anything. They had a plane in the air, helicopter, drones, the ATVs again. It was very, very wet out there. The weather wasn't good. It's massive. It's like 24,000 acres. For the people who just got on here, I'll just kind of repeat myself. Like, obviously, first of all, my photographer, Luis, and I want to express our condolences to the Petito family. We were obviously, like everyone else, hoping for a much better outcome, and very, very sad to learn this. We're back outside Brian Laundrie's house now. Police have shut down the road. That's why you don't see any media cars. They're not allowing media to really stand in front of the house, so we're on the side of the house. Really, really nice neighbor agreed to let us stay here, which we're very, very close to the house now.
See, even the neighbors are upset. And I thought that too when they had all the protesters outside. I was like, I bet the neighbors are out there.
We
Thank you, Zen.
Don't know the answer to that yet. Northport Police put out a statement saying that obviously sending their condolences to the Petito family. They did not reference whether this is still sort of a missing person investigation or whether this will turn into a manhunt.
It's going to be a manhunt.
Do you think that he's going to be found crazy alive?
I don't think he's gonna take his own life. I really don't. I think he's long gone. I just feel like it. I don't think he's where they think he's at. I think they probably want us to feel like he is, and they want us to believe he's right there. It's too close to home. Why are you gonna go right there? And then why wait 3
I'm gonna get off here in a few minutes here. We have another live shot on News Nation at 7:30 Eastern. So definitely check out News Nation for all of our full reports tonight.
I want
you guys for
checking, like
being with us on this sad story and journey.
What channel did he say he was going to go on? News Nation?
Someone's asking if we can get down the road. We had to park down the street and then walk to this spot where we're at.
Rewind it. I think he's ending this one. And
he's in News Nation.
Yeah.
The parents are definitely still inside. Apparently the mom came out earlier while we were at the search site, the park. One of my colleagues told me she came out briefly, but then went back inside.
Yeah, she came out real quick. That's before Gabby's body was found.
I hate her. I hate them. I can't believe that they're...
Okay, I'm going to get off here because I got to get ready for News Nation. But I'll be back on News Nation in like 5 or 10 minutes.
I like this guy a lot. I mean, that's why I was waiting. Because he's not about like speculating. He even says that like he tries to refrain from that. He's like, I just try to bring you guys the facts. So that's why when I was I heard Fox saying a body was found. I was like, what? And I posted, but then I'm like, wait, I want to wait till I jump the gun. But once I seen him post, I was like, oh hell, and I just started breaking down. I was like, oh wow, because I believed it right away. Once he said it, I trust him, and I was like, oh my god. But if he got on a plane, wouldn't they be able to find that out? I mean, because obviously he was able to do it because like they said, he wasn't a suspect, so he was allowed to travel. They couldn't, and they weren't watching him because again, he was a person of interest, but they didn't have a crime then. So now they have a crime. So things are going to be way different now. You know what I'm saying? So if he did fly, I'm sure they're going to be able to find that out. Check, is there any boats he could have, anything, rental, see if he rented a car. He could have, his family could have took a lot of money out and gave him pure cash. We don't know. It would be so stupid if he's using his bank card, which I don't think he's stupid. So, well, I mean, he is stupid, but I think he's not going to use his bank card. I think he's probably going to, cash.
So I said
So,
he is a stupid.
yeah, he's stupid. He's real
he's a
stupid,
stupid
but
dum-dum.
I don't think he's going to be stupid with trying to hide, So, and again, he's used to being off the grid and he's used to being up on those. And a thing that Gabby had posted, and I can't show, but my phone's freaking dead, of course, but on her Instagram, she talked about how Brian he wasn't scared to like go down like for the mountains. He, like if it would be dangerous, he wouldn't care. He would do it and he'd accomplish it. And he would do it barefoot and people would be like, oh, like cheering. She said something like somebody was like cheering him on, like, good job, blah, 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 and all this stuff. And I don't know. So he's going to be able to hide out, I think, for a good minute. But I think eventually, I think he will be found. I mean, gosh, I hope he'll be found. Because the family deserves that. She deserves that. He needs to be found. And if his family know anything, I mean, suck it up and admit your wrongs and tell the truth right now, because this is just wrong if they're going to hold that secret. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right now is like time to be like, you know what? I know something, and just tell it. But I don't know. I have a feeling they're not.
They had a plane in the air, helicopter, drones, the ATVs again. It was very, very wet out there. The weather wasn't good. It's massive. It's like 24,000 acres. For the people who just got on here, I'll just kind of repeat myself. Like, obviously, first of all, my photographer, Luis, and I want to express our condolences to the Petito family. We were obviously, like everyone else, hoping for a much better outcome, and very, very sad to learn this. We're back outside Brian Laundrie's house now. Police have shut down the road. That's why you don't see any media cars. They're not allowing media to really stand in front of the house, so we're on the side of the house. Really, really nice neighbor agreed to let us stay here, which we're very, very close to the house now.
I agree, Betsy. She says it's extremely easy to get into Mexico, but not out. I agree 100%.
Someone's asking, is this going to turn into a manhunt now?
Well, you'll know why crazy, but I'm thinking Puerto Rico.
Well, I know why
you're saying. Answer to that yet? Police, Northport Police put out a statement saying that, obviously sending their condolences to the Petito family. They did not reference whether this is still sort of a missing person investigation or.
Today was supposed to be my members live.
Oh yeah.
I hope my members understand. I'm sure they will. I'm gonna push it to tomorrow, and then I'll have something really nice planned for them. Mostly pertaining to Gabby, just because I know that's why a lot of people are here right now, because she's captured all of our hearts. This girl is amazing. I just watch her aesthetic, and I want to be like her, and that comes across weird because I watched Shanann and wanted the same thing, and she's 10 years older than Gabby. But
another live shot on News Nation.
Her aesthetic was beautiful, and she's the type of person I aspire to be like. And I don't care if they're younger or older. Just
for all of our
having your life together is a beautiful thing. And
thank you guys for.
She already had a career. She had a lifestyle that she loved, and
being with us on.
He stole it all, and I think it was out of jealousy.
I honestly don't know much about the parents, but I'm gonna start.
We can get down the road. We had to park down the street and then walk.
I do know that they had a business that was tanking prior to this.
Yeah. Is it that juice one?
Parents are definitely still inside.
Yeah.
Apparently the mom came out earlier while we were at the search site, the park. One of my colleagues told me she came out.
That's a good question.
What was the question?
If the family has any connections in Puerto Rico or even have family out there.
That is a good question.
I just don't think he's right there where they're looking.
Okay, I'm gonna get off here because I got to get ready for News Nation, but I'll be back on News Nation in 5 or 10 minutes. I'll talk to you guys later.
Did he just say that already? Did it replay?
No, but I think when you're live and then you can see people, so I think he's saying it, but he's probably I don't know.
I know.
He's a little longer. I do that all the time. I'm like, okay, bye guys. And then next thing I know, it's 10 minutes later.
I forgot what happened the other day, but you were about to jump off and I needed you to stay on, and I thought, she's going to do it anyway.
She did have a beautiful soul. She had her whole life ahead of her, 22. You know, she was so young and she looked just like a baby.
Jumping for joy. There's this dance reality show. I'm going for it. So I don't
Oops.
spend the rest of my life wondering.
You know, tomorrow I had a live too I wanted to look at the maps with everybody and look at the trail thing and everything. But now I think I'm just going to make it just like put some photos and stuff together and make something we can just watch and remember her. I think. Crazy, did you read my comment? No, I didn't, Meg. Let me scroll up. Hold on. It's on StreamYard too, so hold on, let me see. God, I have a headache, you guys. I don't see it, Meg. Oh, wait. Are you talking about the one that says Brian posted that picture of Gabby and said Happy Halloween because he killed her trip over? The trip was due to be over October 31st. Is that what you mean? Is that the comment, Meg? Let's see what she says. What are you guys talking about? Email? I don't know what you guys are talking about. I feel lost. I wasn't looking at chat.
All right, so I pulled up News Nation. If anybody else has pulled it up, can you tell me if it's just playing commercials? Because that's what mine is. If not, I think I'm gonna stop this stream, Crazy, and then if you want to jump on onto your channel later, and maybe we could do like a montage, or you could still do your live tomorrow. But I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna end the stream just so we can
I'm
all
gonna.
compose ourselves.
Well, it's 4:30 my time. I gotta get dinner started here. You know what happened last time. But I'll watch yours. I'm not gonna go live tonight. I just can't. And I don't want to be emotional, and I don't like being like that, and I don't want to see a comment and then get mad. You know what I mean? Like I did earlier. So I just gonna keep my live for tomorrow morning, and but I'll watch yours. I'll definitely be in your chat watching it. But I just got to take care of some stuff here with my kiddos.
And if you're my member, I am so sorry. I am going to push back my members only live tonight, and I will have it tomorrow. And we'll
I
do
think
better.
everybody understands.
Yeah.
I think everybody understands. Yeah, this really caught all of us off guard for sure. Really off guard.
Someone told me earlier that I need to watch my take care of myself, and thank you. I appreciate that. I am emotional like this, but if you guys think about it, you hear how I am about cases. I've been doing this for so long, and I just did it alone. I used to sit and cry about Shanann and the girls alone, or Inigo alone. So now that I have friends to do it with, I am thankful, and you guys will see me getting emotional, but that's just me.
Yeah, me too. You guys see, and I know with me, I'm usually put together, and I'm like always, but I get emotional with these cases. But I feel like in my real life, other than like, I'm not an emotional person though. But for some reason, these cases, they just, I don't know, they get you, So I don't know.
I think the fact that Gabby is a daughter and I have two daughters
Yeah.
is what's getting to me. 6 years ago, before I had children, it wouldn't have phased me. I would have treated it in my head like another crime case, but because her parents are so outright, and she, like you were saying, like the way she was laughing in that tent, and she's just, I don't want to say she's childlike, but she's angelic, if that makes any sense. And seeing that, and seeing that, I know that her parents love her, and like it makes me think of that post that her dad put up the other day where he said, he went out into the rain and he cried with a bottle of whiskey because he didn't know if he would hear her ever again on New Year's, or if he would hug her again on Christmas. That shit broke me up because I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's real. And I think too with me, I connected to like this case too because her dad reminds me, her dad, and also for Kylan, and the two girls that were murdered at the campsite. I don't know if I'm gonna try my hardest to get through a live covering that case. But when you go to the dad's Facebook, it's just you're broken because you see like they remind me of my dad. Like they look tough, but they're a big teddy bear. You know what I'm saying? And it's just sad to see that her dad said that. Like he felt broken. He got the bottle of whiskey, but then he picked himself up and was like, no, work needs to be done. So definitely sending prayers to the family. if
I
we're
do want to
broken,
make
having them.
I do want to reply to Nicole right here. Nicole's saying that it may sound weird, but if something happened to her, she would hope that someone as good as us would help and speak out about her. I have been
Oh,
saying this since I started covering Gabby. Gabby's a true crimer. Gabby loved true crime podcasts. She's a true crime sister like us. And I was saying, like, I know that wherever she is, she's happy that we're doing this. Like, she wouldn't want us to stop. She's happy that we're covering her. And I still feel it. I really do.
and you know what too, with Gabby's dad and with Kylan's dad, you know, what they were doing, both of them, to, well, one of them, you know, well, they've both been murdered, but um, the extent of what their parents were doing, I was thinking, like, gosh, I hope my dad would be like that if anything happened to me, you know, like I would hope my family would search for me, you know, or I don't know. I mean, I really don't have nothing with my mom, but with my dad, I'm like close to him, so I don't know. These cases just get you. So I just want to thank all of you guys for being here with me and Amanda and
Seriously.
bearing with us with StreamYard. It can suck, so just
I
thanks.
know.
Yeah, it does suck, and it's not our fault. And I know you guys, it's, you know, you guys might look at us like they don't know what they're doing, but it's hard as a creator when you're using an app that it's not the best. And I don't know about you, Amanda. I'm sure. Oh, wait, you pay for it, so do I, and we still don't get the best service with it, which you think you would. So just
It
want
was
to
just auto refreshing itself. So I was like, great, there's nothing I can do.
know, and you're like, oh my gosh, you have all these people waiting, and it's like stressful. You're like, oh my god.
Well, I
But
probably pissed everybody off that you sent over.
no, they're used to me, so I doubt it. They're used to my shenanigans. So
Thank you, Crazy, for even thinking of me. And I didn't know I was going to need emotional support at the beginning because I was just kind of shell shocked. But I'm glad you were here because I need somebody to bounce this stuff off of because I'm in my own head right now. My mind goes to a bad place. Like I start thinking about facts and like what happened and stuff. So I'm happy that you guys are here to bring out this other part, like her memory and everything else.
yeah, no, I'm glad. Once I seen you were live, I was like, I'm going over there because like even I know Amanda, like if I'm being emotional, I know I can. If she's there with me, I'm gonna be able to control it. Like we work well, I think, together. And
I didn't
like
even know you were live until people started coming in.
seriously, Amanda and Sky, like I don't know what I would do without you guys. Like you guys are my backbone for a lot of things. So I'm gonna cry now. I love all my team. I love you guys so much, and Sky too, and D, you're my manager. You know it, and Sky is amazing. I couldn't do anything without Sky either, or you. I love you guys so much. So
I love you guys too.
I'm just
Yeah,
emotional
everybody
right
in
now.
chat. Thank you guys all for being here. And I'm sorry I didn't reply to comments like I normally do. I'm sure you guys know I was trying to be like in 4 places at once and
Yeah.
I'm still shocked. I'm gonna process this for a little bit and then,
Yeah. So thank you guys. We adore every single one of you guys. Thanks everyone who super chatted. We appreciate that. And yeah, I'll be in chat. I'm going to just wash my face right now. I have a migraine.
I guess I'll go take off my eyelashes now.
They lasted on?
Yeah.
Dollar Tree, what?
Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Guys.